Stop! 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 You know what? It was going to be a pass and you just messed it up.
Just then.
Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we have another mock test. Before we get started with the mock test, like always, anybody that needs to go for their driving test should watch the following video. If you've already passed your driving test, then skip the next 2 minutes.
Hooray! So this course really filled my knowledge gaps and I became more confident.
After watching some of the videos on the course, I felt really comfortable with the extra knowledge.
Before I passed my driving test, I was really nervous. It really helped me have more confidence, and I would take what I learned during the course into my lessons and really aid that.
The videos obviously help you because you're going into that lesson knowing exactly what you're going to do, and just having that knowledge just makes that lesson faster and you feel a lot better.
38 easy to understand, precise videos covering every single topic required to pass the driving test. These are not just theory based, they are practical videos demonstrating everything from moving off and stopping a vehicle to all of the maneuvers and every other module required. So if you're lacking knowledge, or maybe your instructor has forgotten to cover something, or you're just not grasping a certain topic, then this course has it covered. You can watch the videos before your driving lessons, which means you'll get into the car knowing exactly what to do. This will definitely save you time on your lessons. Okay, before we get started with the mock test, just want to let you guys know who are watching for the first time that the learners that turn up here are not my pupils. They're just here for me to assess their driving and to find out if they're ready for the actual test or not. So today we have Ryan.
Yeah.
So Ryan, could you tell us a bit about your driving, please?
Yeah, I've had about 30 lessons, been driving about 7 months, and got me testing just over 2 weeks. So
Okay, how are you feeling?
confident, but it's all on the day, isn't it? How it plans out. Cool. Yeah.
And guys, just to let you know, Ryan's not from this area, so he's never driven in Wolverhampton before, and he's never driven this car. So yeah, it's going to be that extra bit difficult. Yeah. So any areas in your driving which you feel you need more work on?
Probably uphill junctions and probably my speed. Sometimes I can be too fast.
Okay.
Or just paying attention to speed limits in general.
Okay, cool. Right, we'll see how you get on today. Obviously, you watched the videos before, you know how it works.
Yeah.
I won't say anything during the test, about your mistakes. We'll talk about that at the end,
Okay.
And obviously, when I do edit the videos, any faults you do make that we talked about beforehand. Any serious driving faults? What colour text do they be in?
Pardon?
What colour text?
Red.
Yeah, red. And the normal driving faults?
Yellow.
And how many faults are you allowed, do you know?
15.
15 of the normal ones.
And
Serious faults?
None.
Good. Okay, and any good points, they'll be in green text, yeah?
Yeah.
So the tell me question, have you been through the show me tell me question?
Yeah.
Okay, so the tell me question, right? Could you tell me how you would know if there's a problem with your anti-lock braking system?
Well, there'd come up a sign on the ignition when you switch it on, and if it stays on, then there's a problem with it.
Cool, that'll do. What will the sign be like? What will it say on the sign, do you know?
No, but you'll need to go to a garage to get it checked.
Okay.
If it stays on.
Well, that answer would be correct, yeah, but the sign would say ABS on there.
Alright, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right then, so yeah, whenever you're ready, Ryan,
Okay.
if you could move off. So we're not going to be following the sat nav today. Yeah, I will make you follow signs. If I don't say anything, just continue straight ahead.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay?
Yeah.
So move off, please, whenever you're ready. When moving off, you should check all 3 mirrors plus both blind spots. Ryan carries out these observations well. When there are parked vehicles on your side of the road, oncoming vehicles have priority. Ryan slows down well and does good observations before and after overtaking the parked vehicles. At the end of the road, turn right please. On the approach to the end of this road, Ryan rushes for the clutch pedal. The correct routine after checking the mirrors and signalling is to gently brake to slow down and then press the clutch pedal down to select the appropriate gear. But Ryan goes for the clutch pedal too early, and he does this throughout this mock test. We do talk about this during the feedback at the end. He carries out good observations before emerging out. At the traffic lights, turn left please.
Okay.
Ryan takes his left turn well. After the turning, we enter a dual carriageway. Ryan builds up speed really well on the dual carriageway, but as he is speeding up, he doesn't check his mirrors. Whenever you're speeding up or slowing down, you should be checking your mirrors so you're aware of what's happening behind. Traffic lights, turn right please.
Okay. This right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan positions well at this right turn, but just as he stops, our vehicle rolls back slightly. Again, he carries out good observations before overtaking the parked vehicles. If you could park up anywhere safe on the left please.
Okay.
When stopping, Ryan parks up well in a good position. Thank you, and move off when you're ready. When moving off, Ryan doesn't quite get the biting point, so rolls back slightly. When holding back for the oncoming vehicles, Ryan positions too close to the parked car. This is a steep uphill junction. Ryan approaches well by selecting first gear before the end and shows good clutch control. At the traffic lights, turn right please. At this right turn, Ryan comes very close to making a serious driving fault. I'd say he got lucky. When waiting for the oncoming vehicles, Ryan positions too much to the right. Luckily, both the oncoming vehicles were turning. If either one of those vehicles were continuing straight ahead, then we would have been blocking their path, which would have been a serious driving fault. Here Ryan shows good awareness by noticing the new speed limit sign and slowing down in time. But before slowing down, he didn't check any mirrors. Now I'm going to ask Ryan to enter a car park, in which I was going to ask him to do the reverse bay parking maneuver, but the car park was too busy, so we decided not to. And this led to us doing a different maneuver towards the end of the test, which led to Ryan failing. Maybe, just maybe, the result would have been different if we had done the bay parking maneuver. Okay, there's a car park coming up on our left here, just after these traffic lights.
Okay.
If you could turn left into the car park. Continue straight ahead here and go all the way around.
Yeah.
This vehicle ahead is waiting, so Ryan makes a good decision to overtake the vehicle.
I don't know what the car's doing.
Ryan did check the mirrors on the approach to these lights, but now that we have been waiting a while, he should check the left mirror again before turning left, and he does check the mirror. And if you could turn right, please. Again, on the approach to this turn, Ryan rushes for the clutch when there was no need. Now I'm going to ask Ryan to carry out an emergency stop. During the actual test, the examiner will notify you shortly beforehand when he or she wants you to carry out the emergency stop. This doesn't mean that you should start slowing down. Continue driving at the appropriate speed for the road. You'll notice Ryan does start to slow down, so I ask him not to. Shortly I'm going to ask you to carry out an emergency stop, yeah?
Okay.
Keep going for now. Yeah?
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say it there.
Stop! Ryan stops well. I do notice that a lot of learners do this after stopping. Just as Ryan does, they look at the instructor or the examiner. Stop! And move off when you're ready. After stopping, it's important to check both blind spots before moving off. I thought Ryan had forgotten, which would have been a serious driving fault, but he checks them just as he moves off. I'd say just in time. After moving off, Ryan should have cancelled the signal sooner as there was a road to our right. The end of the road, turn right. We have another steep uphill junction, and again Ryan deals with it well, showing good control. Here Ryan gets too close to the parked car. At the traffic lights, turn right please. Earlier we saw Ryan position incorrectly when turning right at a traffic light control crossroad. This time he positions well and doesn't block the path of any oncoming traffic. if you could follow signs to Warsaw, please.
Ryan approaches and enters this roundabout well and shows good lane discipline. We are following signs to Cosley, which is right third exit. Ryan changes lanes well. After changing lanes, he should apply the right signal on the approach to the roundabout. He signals too late. Apart from that, Ryan does a roundabout well, carrying out good observations before exiting the roundabout. Ryan shows good awareness. I like the fact that he notices that it's safe to overtake the bus and doesn't hesitate. As well as being controlled by traffic lights, this roundabout also has spiral markings and a lot of people do find it tricky.
This roundabout, if you could turn right, fourth exit please, towards Warsaw.
Fourth exit?
Yes please.
I ask Ryan to turn right and take the fourth exit. He deals with it really well, staying in the correct lane.
Roundabout, turn right, third exit.
On the approach to this roundabout, Ryan signals slightly too late. But again, he follows the spiral markings really well. So up until now, we have had no serious driving faults. We are coming up to the end of the test. The final thing I'm going to ask Ryan, before we finish the driving test, is to carry out the reverse parallel parking manoeuvre. He messes it up.
And if you could park up and you were safe on the left please. And now if you could carry out the reverse parallel parking manoeuvre using that white car in front.
Okay.
So I'll pull up next to it and then park behind it, leaving about a car length from the front of our car and the back of that car. Yeah.
As Ryan carries out the observations before moving off, there is a vehicle in the distance. If we were moving and just driving off, this gap would have been okay, but we're going to be stopping next to the car in front, so Ryan shouldn't have moved off. Even after moving off, if he had signal left to warn the vehicle behind that we are stopping, it may have been okay, but he doesn't, and the vehicle behind isn't expecting us to stop and gets quite close. That vehicle had to reverse for us. I couldn't believe that Ryan had messed up right at the end. I was actually looking forward to a rare pass on the channel. When reversing at this point, Ryan doesn't check the right blind spot as our vehicle swings out. Remember, this is one of the most important checks during any maneuver where your vehicle swings out. Now let's break the bad news to Ryan.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and switch off the engine. That's the end of the test.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So how do you think you got on?
On that roundabout, then I think I drifted into the left lane when I should have stayed in my lane and then just gone to the left.
Which roundabout was that?
Just then, but I don't know.
You followed the markings well.
Alright, okay, good. I was worried.
On both the roundabouts, you did really well.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You know what? It was going to be a pass, and you just messed it up.
Just then?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, so firstly, when you moved off, do you see the black BMW?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know when you move, obviously you knew that you were going to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know when you were doing your observations, you shouldn't have just rushed. We saw the car coming.
Oh,
you
should have let it
pass.
pass.
Yeah, of course, because you know if you're moving off, yeah, and driving off,
Yeah.
that would have been an okay gap to take.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we knew we were stopping there,
Yeah.
and then even if you had say signal left, yeah, you know when you're about to stop next to the
Yeah.
car. But did we give that BMW any warning?
No.
And what did he do?
Well, you've come up right at the back of us, so we had to reverse.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And your observations, like you've seen my other videos, yeah.
Yeah.
You know when people readjust or when they swing out, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Which observation is key?
That.
And the blind spot.
And the blind spot.
Yeah, there's no blind
Oh,
spot
yeah.
check. And when you did readjust, you didn't look around or
Oh, yeah, yeah.
that was it. This maneuver. Other than that, it was like I was actually thinking, yes, we're gonna have a pass.
How many minors did I get?
So your minors, yeah. Let's go through them. You had quite a few for coasting. Do you realise what you're doing with the clutch?
Yeah, I'm keeping my foot down on the clutch when I'm...
Yeah, you're just rushing with like anything I ask you to do, like you're rushing with the clutch first.
Yeah.
Always, the examiner won't fail you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, but some occasions, especially when you're going downhill, if you go for the clutch first, the car can get quicker.
Mm.
Yeah, but you're just going for the clutch straight away.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be mirror signal, slow down. How do you slow down?
By checking your mirrors?
No, obviously you check your mirrors, but how do you slow a car down?
Using the brake?
That's it. So always brake first, slow the car down,
Yeah.
and then go for the clutch pedal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless you're manoeuvring and going like when
Yeah.
you're doing here, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
but in general, you were just rushing for the clutch and then the brake.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so just be careful of that. That was a regular habit. And your mirrors in general, brilliant. Just before slowing down,
Just check them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. With a couple of slight rollbacks at the start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once when we were waiting to turn
Yeah, I
right at the
remember
light.
that.
Yeah. And then when we moved off on the
Yeah.
slight uphill. But other than that, your clutch control was really good. We did quite a few uphill junctions there. Yeah. You were really good with your clutch control.
Mm.
Yeah. Your general speed build up, brilliant. Yeah. You noticed that road where I took you where it was 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And that was excellent awareness
Yeah.
because you were saying, "Oh, sometimes I'm not aware of the speed in that." So I just based this route on what you told me at the start.
Alright, okay.
With a few hills, and all that was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just this.
Just this.
not checking the mirrors.
One time when we were turning right at the crossroad, yeah,
Yeah.
you positioned. There were two cars that were turning.
Left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, to our right. Yeah, they were turning left, and you positioned too much to the right. If any of one of those cars were coming straight ahead, they wouldn't have got past.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that wasn't a serious, but if there was a car that was coming straight
That'd
ahead,
be serious.
that would have been good,
Okay.
because we would have blocked his path. There's no way he would have got past.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, but on the other crossroads, you positioned really well.
Okay.
Okay. Emergency stop. Yes, don't start slowing down early on. Obviously, if you do get that on your driving test, the examiner will tell you beforehand, like I did that shortly, we're going to carry out the emergency stop.
Yeah.
And you had your foot ready on the brake ready.
Yeah.
Okay, just keep driving. Yeah. And then obviously when I checked out the back, that's going to be a sign that, okay, he's going to ask me to do it soon.
Yeah.
And then the way you went for the brake, it was fine. But then when you moved off,
I moved off before checking.
yeah, you did it.
I know what I done.
Yeah, and it just last second, as soon as
I
the car
forgot.
rolled, you did a quick look.
I forgot.
But that would have saved you there.
Yeah.
Because you did the opposite just in time.
Okay.
Yeah. Any later,
Yeah.
then that would have been a serious observation.
Understand.
Okay. Yeah. So that one time when the lorry was parked up, waiting to signal, right? Waiting to move off, it was signalling, right?
Yeah.
It's fine to give it because there's traffic ahead anyway. Yeah.
Oh, so that was alright.
Yeah, that was alright, but don't flash. You know how you.
Oh, you didn't need. Alright, okay.
Yeah, we're not supposed to do that at all. You know what flashing your lights is supposed to be used for?
Alerting other drivers of.
That you're there.
Yeah.
You have your presence.
Yeah.
Not to give them away.
Alright,
Even though a lot of people do that, yeah. Okay? So, don't do that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay?
It's a bad habit.
Yeah. Yeah. That was it, mate. I'm gutted to
I can't believe that. Failed because of a reverse parallel park. I'm happy that we're done though. Considering I've never driven earlier.
You know your driving test, you should have no issues. I'd be really shocked if you failed your actual driving test.
Okay.
Yeah, you sort these couple of things out. Don't rush for the clutch with your maneuver. Take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even before you move, remember you're only going to get one maneuver on your driving test.
Yeah.
Before you moved off, like, firstly, you know when I saw the BMW and you moved off,
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But then here, I did see the BMW slowing down, so I was thinking, is he going to stop? If he had stopped or parked on the left or turned, it would have been fine. But you knew who was there.
Yeah, if I look behind me, even though the BMW was there, if I look behind me and still done my checks, would that have passed? Or not?
No, because the way you stopped and slowed the BMW down.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, yeah. There's basically two serious faults here now at the end. One was for your general observation.
Yeah.
Yeah. When obviously turning in your blind spot checks and your observation when readjusting, and the other one was slowing down the car. Okay. But in general, driving is very good. You shouldn't have an issue. And
nice one.
I was thinking, oh yes, we're gonna have a pass. Yeah, we're gonna have a pass. But yeah, so Ryan, thanks a lot for coming down to do the mock test.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, and hopefully it's helped you out.
Yeah, it has.
Cheers. And yeah guys, like always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.